Okay, everybody, this is the exercise for calming down and some quiet calming down skills. So, 5 different points of what you can do that I have loved and called upon in calming down. Number 1, instead of saying, I am scared, I am anxious, I am this feeling, just to switch it. This is the method called focusing, in case you've ever heard of it, to some part of me is scared. Some part of me is anxious. And notice where the feeling lives in the body. It is not absolutely all of you. Just changing that language alone can be very interesting and change your perspective of a grand feeling, a strong feeling. I am sad. Some part of me is sad. Number 2, something happens, it's difficult, can't change it, can't change it, can't change it. This aborts the part, kind of stops the one who is really interested on fixating what's happened in the past and seeing if you could replay sometimes over and over again what you would say in that conversation if you had it to do over again, etc., etc. It's a brief way of saying the past is over. Can't change it. Just noticing with humor and lightness. If your mind wants to return to a situation and see it over and over again, let it do it. And remember this. 3rd way from Pema Chodron. Thinking. Just something that she says to notice in the middle of your meditation. Your mind has gone down an entire 15 minutes of tracking what you're going to do today and what should be on the to-do list when you go to the store, picking up the kids, what's going to happen on vacation, whatever, endlessly. Thinking when you come up for air, it just helps relax that process, and there's nothing wrong with your mind doing that. That's what it's all about. We're noticing how to be with the swarm of wild monkeys, flying monkeys, like in The Wizard of Oz, and also being with emptiness and space. But I love that, Pema. Thinking. Okay. Fourth calming down exercise is from Dr. David Hawkins, who I just adore him. He died in his 80s several years ago, but he became quite the spiritual teacher, and he was a psychiatrist who ran a whole company and had like 45 therapists working for him or something like that. And then he had a couple of different, early on he had a major awakening in his life as a child when he almost died in a snowdrift. But later on, he had some other very, very joyful awakenings and became quite a spirited person. He, interestingly enough, had trouble with food and eating. And he decided to be with that and focus and learn on it, and spent 7 years, as I understand, more isolated in a little cabin by himself, like shut down his whole business midlife and went away to live and meditate and contemplate, be alone. And he was working on his compulsion to eat at the time. And he would just say, lie down, lie down. And I think of it like being a dog. Like there's the urge, here it comes. And to see if he was really hungry, he would direct himself to lie down first to see if he really needed to eat something. And he was shocked at how little he needed to eat. But this is just to notice the energy of movement and craving. It is so speedy. And like a dog that's jumping up on you, you can just say, lie down, lie down. Because you are the one in charge. We don't follow every single thing we think, right? So that can be wonderful. And if you even want to imagine lying down in the middle of the room at a big party when you see that food over there and you start to have the little, lie down, lie down. I find it quite wonderful. If you really need to physically lie down, go do it for 5 minutes. Just imagine if you gave yourself that kind of rest when you think you should be doing a huge list of things, which some of us are drivers like that. I would be one of them. I raise my hand on that. Lie down can be very, very huge relief, very restful. And the last one, the fifth one, is welcome. Welcome to any person, incident, feeling. You are welcome here. The universe is unrolling in front of me and around me. Welcome. Anything that happens, anything that comes across your path, anything you bump into, especially difficult things, and all food, and all urges, and hunger pangs, and level of fullness. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Those are the 5 kind of simple, short, calming down exercises. Now, quiet calming down skills. Go into meditation and visualize your special place. And if you want to bring your journal so that you can open your eyes and have a conversation with your compassionate advisor, wonderful. Do that. But just visualize your special place. That place. My place is a place high, high, high in the mountains. There's snow peaks not far away. It's very crisp. It's not freezing cold, but it's a place where sometimes in the winter it's snowed in. And I first visualized it. It just came to me in a meditation because my father wanted to speak to me there. And he has been gone for over 30 years. So I think of it as a very special place to speak to. It's like it's in the Himalayas or something, way up high. But there's grasses blowing and it's warm and the sun and there's a deck and a little house. That's my special place. So find yours, and I can just picture it sometimes. Boom, calm down. That's there. Breathing deeply. Number 2, for 10 breaths continuously, back to back. Only 10. That was 3. Amazing what that can do. I have had huge resistance to breathing. I don't like that, circular, crazy breathing, or at least I thought I didn't. I thought I was going to drown. Just doing it 10 times can give you a huge jolt of actual physical energy. This is similar to lying down, but imagine the stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Didn't we learn that? Did you learn that when you're at first aid? If you catch on fire. I like thinking of a huge craving or a sudden urge or a fiery emotion as being on fire. You catch on fire. And what do we do to save our own lives? You stop, drop, and roll. I don't know why they taught kids wherever I was that your clothes are going to catch on fire, but for some reason that was like not just once, not just twice, but several times. What do you do if your clothes catch on fire? Stop, drop, and roll. So just think of that. Do it physically if you want to, which would be kind of entertaining and funny. If you feel a sudden urge or compulsion, drop down. Drop down into your energy, into your feet. And the last one with quiet calming down skills is to just pause 60 seconds. Simply pause 60 seconds. Count to 60. It is such a long time. You would probably start calming down in 5 seconds. But just relax, draw your energy down. You could be amazed at a craving will pass. An urge to go do that thing or eat that thing will pass in 60 seconds.